Hey Money Movers, welcome back to Millennial Money Moves with Nadia. Before we get started today, please take a second and hit the like, subscribe button, and notification bell. I know it's been a minute since I posted, but I'm back and I wanted to talk about Robinhood because they are trying to go public, and I have some news with that, and I feel like it's interesting since, there's a lot that's been happening with AMC and with GameStop, and you know how Robinhood was caught up in all of that. So I definitely kind of want to delve into that and talk about what I think with Robinhood. So stay tuned.
So Nadia, what's up?
We making money moves.
Who making money moves?
We making money moves.
You making money moves?
We making money moves.
We making money moves.
We making money. So the other day on the 1st, yesterday, if you're watching this on the 2nd, Robinhood filed their S1, which means they're trying to go public on the NASDAQ for the first time. They said they want their ticker symbol under the NASDAQ to be Hood, like H-O-O-D, like Robinhood. And what's interesting about Robinhood is over half of their users are first-time investors. So this is going to be really interesting to see how the company does. Because what we were seeing was with Robinhood, those new investors were tending to make trades that were way riskier than they were ready for, and people were kind of losing money, and it was a huge deal. And Robinhood has been under fire for a while now. I'm going to get into that. But there was just a lot of controversy around Robinhood lately, and it all kind of started with AMC and GameStop, because remember, they weren't allowing people to trade it anymore, and then people weren't getting their money. And then Robinhood, the CEO or the founder, I believe, even went to Congress. This was a huge thing, was talked about everywhere. They ended up having to pay FINRA a large amount of money, the settlement. They've had lots of lawsuits, lost a lot of money with that. But like I said, I'm going to get into the specifics as we go. So users weren't really protected, not only with the risks that they were making, but there were a lot of data leaks and security issues. And in the S1, you can actually look at it online, and they have a whole section about data leaks and security and what they're doing to address that and fix that, which I think it's absolutely necessary to include, especially when this company is known for having issues with data leaks and security. But that being said, they're still coming off of a very profitable year. When Robinhood was kind of under fire, Webull kind of started to rise. And you guys know I like Webull. Again, I should mention there's a link in my description box below for Webull if you want to invest in the stock market on Webull. And there's a link in my description box below if you want to start investing in cryptocurrency. You can click on my Coinbase link, download it, deposit $100. They're both running great promotions right now. All of that aside, Robinhood doesn't just have Webull as competition, right? You still have platforms like Charles Schwab, you still have JP Morgan, Fidelity, Vanguard, and those are way, way more established. But Robinhood had a 245% increase in profits between 2019 and 2020. That's huge. That's over 100%. 245% increase. That's crazy profits. So they're still doing pretty well, but they just paid a $70 million settlement with FINRA over some issues that they were having. So again, I'm not really sure where the company is going to be long term, but I think it's important to pay attention to these things. They are doing well, they're surviving with the competition, and people are still opening new Robinhood accounts, even with all the fiasco that there was with AMC and GameStop. Not everybody left Robinhood, and not everyone stopped using their trading platform. People who are starting out often tell me they're starting on Robinhood. And I do think that Robinhood has a super user-friendly app, especially if you were just starting. It really kind of helped me learn how to read stock handles because it was just so simplified. But I think that's kind of the issue, right? You get new people, some of them are younger and don't really necessarily know what they're doing. And so that's risky when money is involved. And so it's important if you want to invest in Robinhood to pay attention to the competition. Like I said, Webull and Charles Schwab, I feel like, are going to give Robinhood a run for its money, and especially like a Charles Schwab is much more established and has been around for a lot longer. Robinhood is still relatively new, and so are most of its users. There have been studies done that Surprisingly, a lot of the people who did open new Robinhood accounts did well, but then, like I said, you have people in there that really don't know what they're doing and are making way too risky trades. This is probably more for like day traders than long-term investors. The investors were doing a lot better than the day traders as far as those who just opened up Robinhood accounts. But I'm curious to see, when it all goes through. This has kind of been speculated and talked about since last December. So I'm not surprised that Robinhood would be listed, as its own ticker symbol and be on the New York Stock Exchange under the NASDAQ. I think that makes sense. And it was kind of a long time coming. They haven't officially gone public yet, but they're going through the steps to do so. I'll be curious to see what Robinhood's price is initially offered at. This is huge, for people who have been kind of following it and waiting to see when this is going to happen. I read a lot of articles about it in June, and even a long time ago, people were saying, hey, when's Robinhood going to be tradable? And it looks like we're really, really moving towards that. I don't know when it would be listed and tradable, but I think that'll be a big day, and I'm going to do a follow-up video when that comes. Saying whether I think it's a buy or not. Because, right now I just kind of looked at the company, looked through their financials, looked through their lawsuits, looked at their S1, checked out the competition. And these are the kinds of things that I do when I'm deciding if I want to invest in a stock. And so I use that same fundamental analysis that I do with all my other stocks with Robinhood. It was just a little different because they're not listed yet, so I don't have a price point and where I think it's a buy and where I think you should sell. I'm not sure if I think it's going to be a buy or a sell, a buy or not a buy yet. But I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on it and be looking at their earnings reports and seeing what other news comes out about Robinhood and paying attention to what traders or investors who are using the apps are saying about it now. They also made kind of a bigger move with allowing cryptocurrency. If you guys remember, when I had first bought Dogecoin, I bought it on Robinhood. That was one of the few places that you could get it when Dogecoin was kind of first coming out. And so I think that was pretty cool. There are things that I really liked about Robinhood. I still don't recommend it as my top choice. Again, like I said, I really like Webull, and there's a link in my description box below for Webull, and there's a link in my description box below for Coinbase. I will be doing another video very, very soon, probably about the crypto market and my top performing stocks, and just kind of an update on what's going on in the general stock market. And I want to do a video for my beginners again, kind of breaking down how do you know when you should start investing, where should you invest, how do you know which trading platforms offer what. And some people, use things like Cash App to kind of start investing, but I think there are benefits in using more trusted platforms like Webull, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, and Vanguard. So I definitely want to still talk to my beginners. I know that I had kind of been doing a lot of stock picks, and I'm still going to do those and talk about what's happening in the market, but I want to make sure my channel is still geared towards beginners. I am still a beginner myself. I just spend so much time reading this and keeping up with what's going on in the market that I feel like I kind of jumped ahead but didn't necessarily explain all the steps in which I've learned and been learning and the resources that I've been using. But I really genuinely want to try to do a better job at sharing where I'm getting my knowledge with all of you. Again, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification. Again, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And remember, we're making money moves. Bye.
Webull. Enjoy hours of pre- and post-market trading. Stocks and cryptocurrencies all in one app. Finally, a phone-friendly, easy-to-use trading app that helps you become a better trader. Soon you'll be trading like a pro. Webull, the future of trading. Click the link below in the description. Deposit $100 and get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850.